Our comments have exploded through the roof. So there you go.
All right. Good afternoon, Lancaster. This is Lancaster Connects from the Gardner's Mattress and More studio, the Lancaster Connects studio in Gardner's Mattress and More. My name is Ben McClure. I'm joined today by Drew Blyle, our sales leader here at Gardner's, taking the spot of Jeff Giannakovo. Big shoes to fill, Drew.
Very big shoes to fill. I'll try and do it justice.
There you go. There you go. You've been on before, so
yes,
I think
a couple times.
You've got it down. And we're also joined by Kristin Chronister from Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. Kristin, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
First time in the studio, second time on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Third time, there's a special prize for the guest if you're on the third time. So
sweet.
Maybe next year.
Okay.
So Lancaster Connects is a show where we have amazing conversation with people doing amazing things in Lancaster County. And certainly Kristin is one of those people with the Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. We're going to jump into in a little bit, what the Amphitheater Foundation has had going on since the last time we talked. Just wrapped up kind of a minor event yesterday at the park, I think.
It's pretty small.
Little event. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some things going on upcoming and a capital campaign that they have going on, raising funds. So we'll learn all about that in just a minute. Those who know the show know we start with a mattress tip. And I think Drew, our sales leader here at Gardner's, has a mattress tip for our audience.
I do. And it's actually more related to sheets this time. As anybody who has checked the weather for the next
what's going on?
Couple days, a little bit of a heat wave coming in. They're talking heat indices of like 110. Close to, yeah, it's going to be bad.
Did you say indices?
I did.
It's like a meteorologist over here.
Joe Calhoun Jr. No. But one of the common concerns folks have with sleeping cool and sleeping comfortable is a lot of focus goes into the mattress, which is extremely important. But we have actually seen more of an issue with the sheets being the culprit of someone still sleeping warm. And given that it's going to be 10,000 degrees this week, I think a good time to mention for what is the best type of sheet for breathability and something that's going to stay cool and comfortable throughout the night. Most folks are aware cotton, which cotton is great. However, watch the thread count, because the higher the thread count, the less breathability you've got. So that 1,000 thread count may feel incredible, but it may not breathe as well.
So that's kind of a common misconception, right? Or it's a good durable sheet, good quality sheet, just might not be breathable.
Right. And I would say, getting a 300 and 400 thread count with a super high quality fabric and company, that's to me is going to be better than a higher thread count from something that's a little more generic. But more than cotton, what we have, and we have all found this, and we have great partners from Care Aloha and Dream Fit, bamboo. Bamboo is about the coolest sleeping sheet you can possibly find. They stay cool. They're cool to the touch. You can get up for 2 minutes and come back into bed and the bed's cool. The sheets are cool again. It's just, there's no heat retention. Plus they're incredibly soft and they wash well. They don't pill. So that would be my sleep tip especially for this week with the impending weather that's coming in. So,
and where can you get said bamboo sheets?
Well, funny you mentioned that. There's a place about 6 steps outside that door.
Yeah, it's like right on the other side of it.
It literally is on the other side of the wall here, yes. But no, Dream Fit, Care Aloha, BedTech, we have bamboo sheets from all 3 manufacturers. Tremendous quality. They're corner strapped, so they won't pop off. The Care Aloha and Dream Fit sheets are color-coded corner straps, so you can't even put them on sideways. So for someone who's single and very not short-tempered, but quick to get frustrated when I can't figure something out on a king bed that is almost a perfect square, they are Drew-proof. So that
I love that. Can we put that on the label?
I'm perfectly fine with that, as long as I get some sort of kickback from it. That would be my sleep tip for the week.
I love that. I love that. So if you're concerned about warm sleeping, the solution would be bamboo sheets.
That's where I would start.
Love it. Drew, it sounds like you've done this a time or two before.
And I have slept on a bamboo sheet or two in my time. So
there you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for filling in for Jeff on your mattress tip. I love it. Come in, see the great selection of bamboo sheets from Care Aloha and Dream Fit here at Gardner's. Love it. Kristin, Chris, our producer from Cast Ahead Productions. If you need podcast producing, Chris is your guy. He assigned you a task for this show, and I don't think you have on today's show.
Are you making her sing?
That would be fantastic. Kristin is a musician, and I haven't heard her sing, but I'm sure it's a beautiful voice. But the wheel is on the screen, and this is the wheel of discounts, promotions, freebies for listeners and watchers of Lancaster Connects. Wherever that arrow lands after this wheel spin will be the discount for this week for our listeners and watchers. So, Kristin, when you're ready,
spin that wheel.
There you go. Man, I was hoping for you to sing it.
I know. Maybe next time.
That'll be that third time. She'll get a prize and she'll sing.
I will sing. That's right.
All right. That's a good one. That's a high value item. Free bed frame with a mattress set purchase. So that's purchase a mattress, purchase a foundation here at Gardner's Mattress and More. This week, mention that you saw this wheel spin on Lancaster Connects and get a free bed frame, $129 value. That's a good wheel spin.
See?
Maybe you had a control on where that was going to land.
I'm just lucky.
Well, it was a good one. It was a good one. Thanks for playing along there. So, all right, I guess we'll jump into the show here. Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. Kristin, you are the executive director?
Yes.
Chris, correct? Awesome. So it's been a little bit. I was looking on our wall here. We have logos from all of the organizations that we've highlighted here on the show. So there's the 2025 one. It was a little over a year ago, I think, that we had Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation on. So maybe for those who don't know what you do at Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation, maybe give a short intro to the foundation and your role with them.
Sure. The Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation is responsible for the Longs Park Summer Music Series and the Longs Park Art Festival Labor Day weekend held at Longs Park.
Longs Park.
We've been in existence in Lancaster since the late 50s. The amphitheater itself was built in 1962, and that's when we first had our free concerts. We've been doing it ever since, and it's a pretty cool Lancaster tradition legacy that we carry on every year. And in the late 70s, we brought in the art festival, and so we've added, the visual art as well as the music to Longs Park. And our mission is to continue doing that for as long as possible.
And as executive director, you're wearing, I'm sure, a ton of hats.
A lot, yeah.
Just kind of give us a little overview of like the things that you do to, related to the concert programming and the arts festival.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've been with the organization for about 5 years, and I feel like I've touched a little bit of every piece of the organization. And that's sort of what I've taken into the executive director role. A lot of behind the scenes operational work, making us a more efficient organization so that we can have fun and also be safe and have all of the, the back of house stuff really tight and efficient. And I've been on the music committee for a few years as well. So I help curate the music over the summer.
I think we're going to talk about your lineup this year. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah,
so you're behind that.
I am part of the team behind that.
That's
yes,
cool.
Absolutely. So, and a lot of the other pieces of the director role are a little bit of everything: development, marketing, a lot of property management this year. So like you said, I wear a lot of hats.
Very cool. I'm curious, you said the concert series has been going on since 1962?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of concerts did you have back then? Were they like local performers? Like now you have a lot of national artists, like well-known artists you hear on the radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did it look like back in 1962?
So it started with some local-ish organizations and musicians.
Yep.
Very quickly, though, we had a lot of support from the community financially to make it bigger than that. So in the 70s and 80s, we really sort of took off to become more of a format that you might see today, where, you had some pretty big names, and we just tried to keep that going.
That's cool.
Have you had any acts back in those days that maybe weren't a national big money drawing act that became? Because I remember the days of the Chameleon, Linkin Park
sure.
and Ozzy was a Chameleon years and years ago. So have you had that as well? Where
we have,
okay.
So this is not an example from the 60s or 70s, although that definitely happened. We had Taylor Swift perform here.
Oh wow!
No way.
Yep.
During the summer concert series.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. She was just a little Pennsylvania girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was she the headliner, or she was just part of the?
She was just the opener, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, this was 2006 or 7.
Wow.
So she was a little teenage girl, and yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I was in a band in the late 90s and early 2000s, and we played the Sertoma Chicken Barbecue. We were one of the acts.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Stop.
We were on the stage. There were like 3 people in the audience. It was
What did you
a great
play?
time.
Zither? Or?
No, I played trombone and I sang a little bit.
Oh.
I haven't heard you asking her to sing. I haven't ever even heard.
We
could duet.
Do a duet, a spin the wheel duet.
Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
Look, there it is. Chris is on it.
Hashtag harmonies.
what does it say? 2006? Yeah, October 1st, 2006, Longs Park Amphitheater.
Wow.
You can find it online, the Taylor Swift set list.
That's so cool. My daughter's gonna love that.
Oh yeah.
Big Swiftie.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the Sertoma Club. I don't want to interrupt you, but our organizations built the amphitheater.
Yeah.
So the Chicken Barbecue and the Sertoma Club have been very integral to the success of the organization and to Longs Park. They're now known as Civitas, and they've changed their focus a bit, but they're excellent supporters of us.
They don't do the chicken barbecue anymore.
No,
right?
sadly.
It's a bummer.
No.
That was the largest in the world, wasn't it? I thought that had like a Guinness record of the world's largest barbecue.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So let's jump in and talk about this year. With the summer concert series, are you doing anything different this year than prior years?
So speaking musically, we reintroduced last night the Smith-Gall Cannons to the patriotic concert.
Okay.
I'm not from Lancaster, so when I found that they were coming back to Longs Park, I was like, that's really cool. I did not know how important that was to Lancastrians.
So can you tell a little bit of the story?
So I know enough about it to tell a little bit. So Mayor Charlie Smith-Gall he passed several, like an amazing collection of Civil War cannons.
Right.
And he loaned them to the patriotic concert at Longs Park for like 35 years.
For a long time, yeah. Yep.
He stopped bringing them, I think, in 2015 or 2016 for America's 250th. We reached out to the Smith-Gall Foundation, and they were generous enough to loan them to us for this year.
And where do the cannons go? Like during the presentation, like they're in Longs Park somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
They were in the grass because when we would go to the fireworks as a family, my dad would always like, got to get near the cannons, and we would literally we'd park our blanket there was they roped the area off, but he would want, and it was so funny because for someone who used to yell about the television being too loud,
the cannons, I gotta imagine they're
and they are
loud.
Oh my word, they are unbelievably loud. And the last one is it's unreal how loud it is. And it's so funny because you get to a point where I knew they were coming, and I would look towards the crowd because everybody would just completely jump. It was awesome. I'm so happy to hear they came back. That's awesome.
Yeah. They fire away from humans.
Good.
Obviously.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
I think they use the cannons in Gettysburg reenactments.
Oh, okay.
So they're actively used, and it's really cool. It is very loud. I kept my kids on the other side of the park, and we were still like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to, I don't know if they did it this way this year. So the last piece to close out the concert portion before the fireworks would start was the William Tell Overture. And the cannons would come off at the end of that piece, and that would signal now it's time for the fireworks to start.
Yep. The 1812 Overture.
1812, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. Well,
it's been a while since I took my history music lessons.
Yeah, we were really glad to get them back this year, but also for the past few years, the U.S. Army Band, who normally performs, hasn't been playing the 1812 Overture. It's written by well, I could get into it, but it's written as a Russian victory song over the French.
Okay.
And so we in America have adopted it as this very patriotic song. It has these cannons. It's very cool. But in 2022, I think the military stopped using it. We didn't get the U.S. Army Band this year. It's the 250th anniversary. So as you can imagine,
they're a little busy.
Yeah.
Pretty busy. We had the Ringgold Band, who is from Reading, and they're fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's great.
Yep. So that was one of the new things that we had this year. We have some really big named bands happening musically. We had the War and Treaty earlier this summer. We had Low Cut Connie will come on August 9th. Hayes Carl closes out our season.
Chris got excited when he was looking at the lineup.
Yeah. Yonder Mountain String Band is happening this Sunday.
I'm bummed I'm missing that. That would be a great one.
Yeah. So from a music perspective, we really went all out. We tried to get the bands that we've been trying to get for years, and we really hunkered down and said, let's make sure that this happens, and find the money to make it happen.
Yeah.
We wanted this summer to be really special, not just because of the 250th, but we've launched a capital campaign to save the roof of the amphitheater.
What's wrong with the roof?
Well, nothing anymore, because we did replace it.
Okay.
It was just beyond repair.
Yeah.
It had never been fully replaced since 1962.
Okay.
And so we found out through repairing it that this May would have been the last time you could use the building.
Oh, really?
That if we pushed it without replacing it, there would be no summer music series.
Oh, wow.
So we launched this capital campaign a little over a year ago, and so that we could raise the money to make some major improvements to the building, including the replacement of the roof. We're replacing stage lighting. We'll eventually replace the stage floor.
Okay.
Add 88 bathrooms, pave the back parking lot, enlarge the dance floor, renovate one of our green rooms that has not been touched since 1962.
It's vintage.
It's
shag carpet.
There's some interesting stuff in that room. And we are also setting up a programming and growth fund so that we can keep bringing music and art to Longs Park for another 62 years. So that's a pretty monumental thing for us. We've never done a capital campaign. We don't intend to ever do one again. So like I said, we wanted this summer of music to be evident of the value we bring to Lancaster.
So somebody who wants to contribute can donate right there on the website.
Absolutely.
The button. I saw a QR code. I'm sure you have sponsors that are contributing or helping.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have our annual giving, which is separate from the capital campaign.
Okay, right.
But we have had several leaders in the community, philanthropists and family foundations, as well as corporate foundations, who have already contributed enough so that we could replace the roof.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
The lineup looked really, really cool. Are there any of those shows are you really looking forward to, or think that maybe it'll kind of surprise the audience of, wow, that was not what I was expecting, in a good way?
Yes. So Parker Barrow has already happened, June 7th. I think we should be watching them. They may end up being
What are they?
They're like blues, Southern rock,
but
it's a husband-wife duo, and the name is the last name of Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker, Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't.
You don't pull it together. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. They were fantastic.
Okay.
Just a great band. And I think that's a surprise because people may not have heard of them before,
right.
But they may hear about them later. Later in the summer, I think people will be really surprised by Ghost Funk Orchestra.
I'm definitely going to that one.
Yeah,
very excited.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Jay and the Causeways is August 2nd. They're another group out of Nashville.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, New Orleans. I mean, yeah, they are again one of these bands that you may say, oh, if you go to the concert at Longs Park, you say, I saw them for free. and people will go, whoa, no way.
Well, it's just that most of these bands on this list play normal venues. Not that Longs Park is not a normal venue, but they play, venues you're familiar with, Philadelphia, big cities, whatnot, and you're paying, well, I was going to say $20 or $30. No, you're paying in a lot of these cases $40, $50, $60 to go see these musicians. You can see them for free in Longs Park. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So and are these are all family friendly shows? Is that how they?
Yes, most of them are. Low Cut Connie, I would suggest, is maybe less family friendly. He puts on a great show. It's just not necessarily going to be family friendly.
Gotcha.
That's not a warning. That's just a FYI.
PG-13.
Yes, yes, definitely appropriate.
Yeah.
But yeah, every other band that we have is family friendly. We actually have a family night coming up on July 19th. Low Lily is the band performing. They're a folk group. And before the show, we're going to have a drum line from Music for Everyone.
Cool.
Kids get to come make their own instruments in the hours leading up to the concert, then do this cool drum line. And first 100 kids gets a free t-shirt and a scoop of ice cream from Scoops.
Oh, very cool.
For free.
Is there an age limit on that?
Yeah, right.
You said kids. But...
Yeah, right. We are not carding anyone, so
first 100. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you invite an artist into the amphitheater. Like, are they instructed that it's a family sort of crowd, or? Because it's a little different than a normal show they might play in a bigger city.
Yeah, we do. We are very upfront about the vibes, if you will.
Okay, right.
And because we are a free venue and a city park, that is very digestible to most musicians and bands.
I think that makes sense.
They're just like, yeah, great. Just let me play my music, please.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you hear stories of like big acts that have been on like the talk shows, like or late night shows, and they're like they were instructed many years ago to not say this or that, and they go out and I'm going to do that anyway.
Right.
I didn't know if artists coming into a family venue like this had the same sort of mentality or not.
They could, but the venue usually, and I'll say the band I mentioned that may not be quote unquote as family friendly plays in Lancaster all the time.
Okay.
He's a Philly-based band, and he has a big following here. People are going to know what he's about, and it's not hard to get people to realize there are children in the audience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep,
makes sense.
Were there any highlights or performances from this past event most recently that really stood out, and maybe keep an eye on for next year?
Ooh, well, I already mentioned the Cannons.
Yep.
We also had the U.S. Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps.
Oh, cool.
I really wanted to make sure I got all of those words in the right order. I think I did.
We're not fact checking on Lancaster Connects.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, in respect to them, their name, that's a Revolutionary War, throwback, I guess. And that was very cool to see. We also had, the veterans, march the flags down. We had the Honor Guard there. We had a drone show, thanks to a generous sponsor, Ephrata National Bank.
Their logo was first on the drone show.
Yes, they made that happen. And then we had a pretty epic fireworks.
Yeah. Longs Park fireworks are always like the event for the county for fireworks.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good.
What was cool is I brought my family here to the store. We camped out in the front. Well, not camped out, but we had chairs out in the front lawn, and we had a perfect view.
Oh, nice!
Right over the mall, like perfect view.
Perfect.
And driving over here from home, like you see people stopped in all kinds of different parking lots watching the fireworks. So, do you have any estimate of how many people watch the fireworks? Do you know?
Inside the park, there's 9,999 people there, which is just my way of saying that
that's your limit.
That's our limit. And so safely, that's what we had. I think we probably could estimate that in the area, we had 20,000 people watching.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. You mentioned the Arts Festival. What's that about? I mean, I know, but maybe people listening and watching don't know.
Yeah. The Art Festival is a 3-day art festival over Labor Day weekend. It is a ticketed event. 25 and under gain access to the event for free all 3 days. It originated as a fundraising opportunity to support the summer music series so that we could bring free music. And it still functions that way operationally in our organization. But over the past decade or so, we've realized that the art festival is an equal part of our mission for the organization. We have 200 vendors. The mediums that the art festival showcases, I think, it's just, you could find ceramics, printmaking, photography, painting, watercolor, oil, sculptures, furniture, jewelry. The list goes on. Yeah. It's a pretty amazing transformation of the park from a city park to an outdoor art gallery.
Mostly local artists or from far away?
Mostly not local.
Okay.
So
wow.
This is a nationally acclaimed art festival. This is an art festival that artists from around the country are vying to get into. So I think this year we had over 700 applications.
Wow. And you have 200.
200.
So it's very selective.
That's like applying to Harvard.
Very selective. Yes. So, and we do have local artists. We absolutely do.
Yeah.
But we try to bring in to the park artists who Lancastrians may not have access to otherwise.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what we do for the music series. So we also have a lot of outside visitors for that art festival from the region. Sometimes people fly in from Colorado,
wow.
Arizona, but definitely have New York, Baltimore, Philly. They come out, they stay in hotels.
Yeah.
They come to the art festival.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Any artists that stand out, like in your mind, like you've seen some of the artists that are coming, like how far away is the farthest person that's coming and like what are they bringing?
Oh my word. That is a really good question.
I know it's not on the list. I go off script every once in a while.
I have I don't remember her name, but there's an artist from Atlanta who I really love. And what I love is that she has in the past, her works are actually pretty big. And she has arranged to drive these works to people and meet them like halfway from wherever they're living.
Oh, wow.
In order to facilitate their purchase and so that they can have this work in their home if they can't bring it home that day from the show, or maybe
That's
they ordered
incredible.
Yeah, maybe they ordered something else from the show or from her collection that she doesn't have on hand. And that's very common to see. The human connections that people make with the artists, friendships. And so we have people come back to the art festival every year just to see to see if their artist is there, but not be just for their work, to see that person, reconnect with them and see how they've been since the last time they saw them.
Rain or shine?
Yes. Rain or shine.
So we're crossing our fingers.
We are always crossing our fingers. It's always beautiful on Labor Day weekend in Lancaster.
That's right. That's right. And 85 degrees and a little breezy.
That's perfect.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hopefully. And well, Labor Day doesn't. We don't usually have horrible weather Labor Day. It seems like more Memorial Day that we get lousy weather.
Yeah.
And Mother's Day.
Or July 4th.
Or July 4th.
Ooh, yeah.
What about parking? Like what as an attendee, what's the experience like?
Yeah.
You can get a ticket online, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the day of, like, what's the experience like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So parking is free. Parking though is in the park. So it can be a walk depending on when you get there, how full the park is. There's a way to get what we call VIP parking or member parking, which is much closer to the gates to enter at the art festival. That's through our membership program. You also get parking passes to the summer music series, which is also free to park, but with your membership, you get a prime location for those. Yeah.
And then there's food vendors?
Yes. Yeah. So at the art festival, there are food trucks and what we call pubs throughout the park.
Ah.
Yes. So you can get a mimosa and walk around and then maybe stop and get some French fries or a burger at a food truck as you're walking through the tents. And then in the field where the cannons go off near the amphitheater is what we call the food court. And that's where we have an abundance of food trucks and food vendors and food tents where you can sit and enjoy lunch and then go back to shopping.
Is the park exclusively reserved for this? It's pretty much closed off to the public.
It is.
100% the
100%. So we have a tremendous amount of volunteers who work for our organization, and the art festival is no different. I think we have close to 500 or 600 volunteers on our
throughout the whole
roll. Weekend. Yeah, it's a huge lift. And what we do to ensure the safety of the artist's work, which stays there overnight, we fence off the entire park and their security all just 24 hours. And so because of that, there are parts of the park that you can access on foot. And you can certainly access the park with your vehicle if you would like. You just have a whole park of art festival. But to get into, near the pond, you have to pay to enter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So you just mentioned volunteers. What type of volunteers would be helpful for you to have? Do you have enough volunteers? 500 is a lot.
And how can someone volunteer?
And how can someone volunteer? Yeah.
So we are very grateful for our volunteers. I think the art festival, we are always looking for volunteers.
Yeah.
We are never not looking for volunteers. I would say, we are an almost entirely volunteer-led organization. There are 2 staff members, myself and our amazing executive administrator, Kathy Hanley. Everybody else who you see working at a concert or at the art festival is a volunteer.
Oh, wow.
So we do have a long list of volunteers for the art festival because it's just such a massive lift. But we're always welcoming new faces. And I would say we're looking mostly for volunteers for the summer music series this year. But again, if you're more interested in volunteering for the art festival, there's a path for that as well. And it's all about what kind of things you would like to be involved in. So music series is you get to help out a concert and then sit and watch the concert.
Sure.
The art festival is a little bit more art focused, obviously. But there are some cool tasks and things within the both events that might get you closer to the art itself and like a behind the scenes look. Same with the concerts. So just kind of upsides to both, just depends on what you want to do.
That's cool. Like what are some of those responsibilities? I'm sure like you need help with parking and crowd control and
yes, absolutely. Parking is always a thing. We do pay for some parking because we have some generous sponsors. So that's very, very helpful. But so at the music series, some of the backstage help that we need is sometimes we're running the band to and from the hotel in between sound check and dinner, etc. So like 2 weekends ago, I was randomly called. I had to go pick up the lead singer of the Warren Treaty and take him to the hotel while he ran up and grabbed something from his room and then come back. And then I brought him to the venue and I was like, oh my God. He's right here in my car.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and these are things that aren't necessarily known at the moment, but you're there, and if it's needed, you would be asked to help with those sorts of things. Just doing some things behind the scenes, backstage. We do pay a sound crew, so we don't get to touch the equipment, which is good for everyone. But at the art festival, you have booth sitters. There's an ambassador program where you're essentially booth sitters specifically are able to sit in the booth while the artist goes to get lunch. And then you can, kind of speak to the art that they have there, but mostly you're just doing a favor for the artist. And it gets you, again, those personal relationships with these artists.
if you ever get the band Tool in here, Drew will be your volunteer
Okay.
to drive the band around or, whatever.
Oh, I love it.
You don't
He'll
want
help out.
You don't want to drive that singer around. Favorite band, but yeah.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Anything else you'd like to talk about related to the art festival? Anything that we missed?
We have an emerging artist program.
Oh, yeah.
At the art festival, we're
That's
very
cool.
proud of. That's thanks to the Faree Foundation. And it's a group of 4 artists this year, I believe, who are starting out. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're younger. It's that they're new to the industry or new to the profession of selling their work. And it's a way for them to access the art festival and gain some mentorship, and then eventually, as elevate out of that program and become, not an emerging artist, but it's a way to cultivate young, new to the scene artists, who may just need some help getting started.
Are they local or not necessarily?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But often, sometimes they're not. I mean, it really depends on the talent and the applications that come in.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a lot of applications for those, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there, how does somebody get picked? The 700 artists that apply, how do you possibly go through that and like, this one yes, this one no?
I know.
This one no.
It's an incredible process. I'll be honest, because I'm on the music committee. And there's so much overlap of time with the art festival planning that the music committee often is heads down while the art festival has to do their work as well. So there's a jury for the art festival.
Oh, wow.
And they are examining the work. They are also doing the research on the back end to ensure that that's a human being.
Oh, true.
Who has submitted this work, and that the work is their own and not some pictures from Etsy or
oh my
Pinterest.
Gosh, things that you wouldn't have thought would be necessary 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago.
Takes that and a tremendous amount of attention.
Yeah.
And our jury takes it very seriously. But we also have people who've come year over year, like I said, about the human connection. And we know there are artists who people are looking for. And so we try to balance that with the selection process as well.
It's cool.
The summer concert series, what does that look like in 5 years? Do you want to grow it? Do you want to expand it beyond the summer?
Oh my God, I love this question. Yes. Yes. Whatever you just said, yes.
That's why we brought Drew on today. Yep.
So the music series, like I said, are explicit. We were created to bring free music to the park. That's never going to change. What we do with it from here on out, I would like to grow the impact of the organization. And it could look similarly to what you just described in that we're adding on to the concerts. So the family night we're having in July is one of those ways, right? How do we engage different parts of the community? That night is about families, people who may have young children who've never come to the park because they aren't sure if their kids would want to be there the whole night. How do we get them to see that it is really family friendly? And then it also provides some educational initiatives on the family night so that children learn about music, which is another hope of mine for the organization, is that we reach the younger generations in support of whatever music and art they're learning in school. And over the summer, we are an opportunity for them to continue to enrich their lives that way, hands-on. And then, I think there are a lot of ways that we could make more use of the building itself by extending the season, either in the spring or in the fall, or partnering with other local performance arts groups who may be looking for a place to have a performance.
Like Servant Stage, we had them on the show a handful of months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, not necessarily something that was ever part of our original mission, but if we are stewards of this building, right? And we share that responsibility at the moment with the city of Lancaster.
Okay.
But because we built it, we're always going to have a deep investment into how it is used and when it gets used. And we would like to support it being used more.
That's cool. Yeah, because your concert series now ends in August, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you have the art show, which
Right.
is a big undertaking, but
Right.
there's some nice weather in September and even early October.
Yeah. Mid-October last year was still in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tossed around if we ever have the funding and the volunteer support to do a like a projector movie night with an
that's cool.
orchestra playing the soundtrack at the same time.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yes. Did you ever see that? I went to
Awesome.
the Mann Center years ago and they did The Godfather with the Philadelphia Orchestra.
Yeah, they do a lot of that type of stuff.
So cool. And like, that would be such a cool, fun fall evening. You get blankets and it's dark earlier in the fall.
It's true.
So you really can maximize that. So some ideas like that are floating around, but that's what we're hopeful that the capital campaign will set us up financially with the right momentum and endowment perhaps to like broaden the impact we're having. How
long is the capital campaign going for?
We are running the campaign until we reach our goal, which is 1.75 million.
Okay.
We've already raised over $1 million.
Wow.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Awesome.
We're very, very proud and it has a lot of momentum. So,
and how long has that been going again?
We launched officially in August of 2025. So a little less than a year.
$1 million. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. We've found tremendous support from the community for what we do. And we're really excited about that. And we're going to continue that until we raise the rest of it. But by the end of December, we're closing off the opportunity to get your name on the wall of the amphitheater in the recognition art piece. We have to cut it off at some point. So December 31st is when we're doing that.
That's one thing that's great about Lancaster. I notice in this market, the community is incredibly supportive of projects like that. The Fulton did a huge renovation recently, and the outpouring of support was just unbelievable. And it's so cool to see the same thing there. I know I read more local news than not local news, but it really seems like this particular area, this county is head and shoulders over a lot of other areas in the state and the region with projects like that.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Yeah. I've found the same.
So cool.
Yeah. And again, I mentioned earlier, I'm not from here. I just, every chance I get to explain or emphasize to my fellow community members, this is special, what we do at the park, but also how Lancaster is, how proud we are of the things that we do. Is really unique. I'm always impressed by the support and the generosity of our community members, specifically in relation to supporting Lancaster. It's really cool to see.
All right. So I think we asked this last time. We'll ask it again. Dream artist or musician for you personally, to maybe somebody you've already invited, somebody you haven't invited. Like if you could put a dream performer on the stage for the summer concert series, who would it be?
Brandi Carlile.
Okay.
I am like such a fangirl for Brandi Carlile, and I always have been. And she's so huge that it's probably never going to happen. But maybe in like 20 years, when she's like, I'm still going.
Tour. Yeah, right.
But Red Rocks doesn't want me anymore. That's never going to be true. But yeah. She would be my best.
Has she been invited?
Not to my knowledge. It's possible 10 or 15 years ago she was invited.
You never know. If you don't ask.
Who would yours be?
Oh my gosh. Well, Fish.
Oh,
they're a little big. they're a
little bit.
I mean, you could try. Yeah. You could try. I mean, they played the Sphere for like 14 shows straight. They can play Lancaster. Come on.
It's the same thing.
It's it's close.
And you want Tool?
No, not outside. No. Outside venue like that, I mean, if I could pick anybody, I would say Floyd or Zeppelin.
Yeah.
But that's still active. I'd say Metallica.
Ooh, yeah,
because they're great in outdoor settings. They really are.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head. It's an outdoor venue. Yeah. You've got to have the right.
Some bands are like Tool's better inside with the laser and light show, but you get a epic band like Metallica, they're better outside.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Fish.
I'll
take your word. I've never seen Fish. You and Andy would go on and on about Fish.
Yeah. I'm seeing them in a few weeks. So also an amphitheater.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're familiar
would
with
do
it.
it.
Yeah, come on.
Maybe we'll try.
Now, and Kristin, where are you from? You said you didn't grow up here.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
Oh,
originally.
Okay.
Very cool. What part of the city?
I'm from north of, so Atlanta's huge.
Yeah.
I'm from Roswell,
Okay.
which is near Alpharetta, which most people know.
I have an aunt and uncle that live east in going towards past Conyers.
Okay.
Off of Interstate 20.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But
yeah.
So near like Buckhead or?
I am
or
north of Buckhead. Okay. It's funny. I would say I'm only like probably 10 miles north of Buckhead, but that's going to take you like 30 minutes. Yeah. It's just really long way.
We had to go to Perimeter Mall from Covington and it took like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Why would you?
I thought I was in DC again.
Why would you do that?
Because my cousin wanted to go to Bon Mar, department store like a Nordstrom. But yeah, it took a while because the entire loop or the perimeter, is completely under construction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everything's always under construction.
Very cool city though. Very cool town.
I love Atlanta. All the love. I like Lancaster better.
Yes. Yes. Way to bring it back to Lancaster.
That's right.
Not as hot up here as it is that. Well, this week maybe.
Yeah, I'll tell you. It can get pretty hot here.
Yeah.
Even this Georgia girl is like, okay, well, this is a little too humid, guys.
We're almost at the top of the hour. It's amazing how quickly like an hour goes by. Anything else you'd like to discuss related to the Lancaster Parks or Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation? I just totally botched the foundation name.
I think I just want to say thank you to the people who run the organization. I don't think the board of directors gets enough love. This is a group of 10 people who essentially everything that we just discussed would not happen without. Kathy Hanley, I mentioned to her earlier, she's our executive assistant. She's just whatever needs done. This group of people does it. And
Kathy's like the glue.
Kathy is the glue. Kathy is.
Shout out Kathy.
There's nothing that we could do we can't do anything without Kathy. But that's true for every member of the board as well. Everybody serves their own function and they give tirelessly year after year. The passion that they have for what we do is incredible.
There's Tony. Shout out Tony Kirkner.
Yeah, we love our Tony. Tony, he gets some of our best bands.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a accomplished musician himself.
Yes.
I know Tony well.
Yes, he is. So, and then I will say last, we are very grateful always. I didn't mention this before and I should have. The city of Lancaster is an incredible partner. The things that we talked about in the same way the board of directors makes it happen, the city of Lancaster makes it happen. They're amazing.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Very
Especially
cool.
to see that the hotbed of downtown Lancaster, which is it's a happening place, extends out to that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Great.
So cool. All right. So to learn more about the concert series and the upcoming artists playing at the Summer Concert Music Series, longspark.org is a website where all the information can be found. Also for the Arts Festival that is coming up Labor Day weekend, you can get your tickets there. You can get all the information about the festival there. Instagram, Longs Park Summer Music. And I'm sure there's a Facebook page. You can type in Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation and find the Facebook as well. Follow along there. So, Kristin, thank you so much for being on the show again to talk about Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. We're not done with you yet. We've got our connection cocktail questions, just a few questions to get to know you a little bit better. No drinks. Like we talked about, we had Booby's Brewery here a handful of weeks ago. We had drinks then. No drinks here. Sorry.
That's okay. Next time.
Yeah, that's the third time guest.
Yeah, perfect.
Tradition.
Singing and drinking.
Two of my favorite things.
That'll go for 2 hours.
Kristin will never come on the third time. Like, not happening.
Oh, man.
All right. So this is an interesting question because you are a musician and we talked a lot about music and bands here. So if you're going on a long drive, maybe you're driving from Atlanta to Lancaster or vice versa. Are you doing a podcast? Are you listening to music? What are you tuning into?
Yes.
And
silence. If my children are in the car, that matters.
Young children.
They're 7 and 9.
Okay, yeah.
They're wonderful. My son could not care less about playing on any kind of like electronic thing while he's driving. Great. So he just talks incessantly. So anyway, he's wonderful.
But sometimes you just want the
I'm like, could you just first, just for a second? And my daughter will only listen to music on her headphones in the car because she doesn't necessarily want to listen to what we're listening to. So I will absolutely be alternating between podcast and music throughout the drive, and then some pockets of silence. Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Besides Lancaster Connects, what podcast would you be listening to?
Oh, I'm really lame. I do like.
Can't be lamer than mine. So
I don't know. I'm kind of a dork, and I like in my free time to listen to podcasts about current events. So very like in the now, but I also really like history, specifically American history, but world history. So very an informative podcast listener, but I will listen to The Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
Oh yeah, it's a good show.
Because sometimes it's good to just laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's funny.
They're all funny, everybody on there. Yeah.
What is your podcast?
I told you when I was a retired pro wrestling manager.
Oh, that's right.
He's very funny, very entertaining, good storyteller, but yeah, it's pretty lame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dork.
How about now if it's music?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned what was you said your dream?
Brandy Carlisle. Brandy Carlisle.
Okay.
I like music that I can sing to.
Okay.
So I'm also a big fan of Pink.
Okay.
I don't discriminate generally with music. I will like pretty much anything that you put on. But I also, the Spotify Wrapped at the end of your year.
Yep.
And it gives you an age. Mine was like 82 because my background is in classical music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I do like to listen to classical music, specifically Bach when I'm working.
It just focuses you in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, so I was an old lady, apparently, according to Spotify.
That doesn't mean anything.
I just like music. Any music is music, and it's good and worthwhile, and it depends on your mood.
That's awesome. Pink, I think, is from the Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
She played Hershey Stadium, I think, not too long
recently.
ago.
Yeah.
She definitely knows where Lancaster is and how to get here.
She's like,
so maybe there's a name
it's so incredible. Oh God. No, she's better inside because she does like aerial
that's
stuff.
Right. You're probably not set up for that.
No.
Outdoor trapezes.
No.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
All right.
How long have you lived in Lancaster?
8 years.
8 years.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
And do you live in town or?
No, we live out towards Mountville.
Oh, okay.
Still technically Lancaster, but enough outside of the city. We can hop over the river to my husband's family in York easily.
Do you guys have a favorite place in Lancaster that you like to go eat or favorite restaurant?
Oh God, Lancaster restaurants are so good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we like to go on like a triple date night to Double C. So with some friends.
Yep.
Where's that?
Double C is on
We've heard that a couple times.
Prince Street.
Okay. Yeah.
Like near Endo Coffee, I want to say.
And what is that, a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. Okay. It's like Mexican Americana.
Okay.
But all the right places. 401 Prime for a cocktail.
Yep.
Josephine's for upper end dining.
It's my favorite.
It's really good.
Every Tuesday I'm there for dinner and drinks.
Oh my word. You are living the life.
I have no kids.
You should see what my Tuesday night looks like.
Well, my Tuesday is my Saturday. So.
Oh, okay. For work. Okay. That's fair.
No. Yeah. Very good. How about another local business you like supporting? Doesn't have to be a restaurant.
Oh my word. That's a great question. I didn't see that question.
You didn't prepare for this?
I didn't. Hold on. Give me a second here. Local business that I like supporting. Well, I like Central Market.
Oh, yeah.
I love Central Market. I really like local music studios. So specifically ones that educate children. So there's a music school, a performing arts school, Popovsky Performing Arts. I've always enjoyed supporting what they do. So they teach kids how to be on stage and express themselves. And the ones that are not the big chains are my jam.
And they're in downtown Lancaster?
They're near, no, they're probably more in the township area.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, these arts organizations, the Ware Center, these are not necessarily what you would call businesses, but they are certainly economically important.
Yeah, and the
Very
Ware
cool.
Center has been huge.
Yeah.
Which is what they do is wonderful.
Yes,
Yep.
agreed.
All right. So America's 250th. You just wrapped up the 250th concert celebration at the Longs Park. From your view, what makes America so great?
I am always impressed, and we talked about it earlier, with America's generosity. So I just think it's something that sets us apart from other nations, not just as a group, but the individual approach to giving, whether you're giving financially, giving your time, your energy, your skills, your attention. I'm continuously impressed with our country's generosity.
I love that. That's the first answer like that I think we've had on the show. So I love that. Thanks so much for playing along with the Connection Cocktail. Thanks for being a guest, a two-time guest on Lancaster Connects. Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. Check them out online. Check out the summer concert series going on there through the end of August, and then of course the Arts Festival Labor Day weekend. Well, I guess we'll wrap up the show here. We've got a Sleep Better tip. We've got the Sleep Better book here that we will give you here at Gardner's Mattress and More. Pick up your free copy, 830 Plaza Boulevard, or you can get it online, gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. This tip is not specifically in this book. There's a lot of other tips in this book, but have either of you guys worn a sleep mask to sleep? Like, or take a nap?
One time on a flight.
One time? Yeah, right.
Vacation.
They always give you a sleep mask on a flight.
And I had a sleep mask and a face mask because it was during COVID.
Oh, well, there.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
No, but overseas, I have worn the face mask.
So I've gotten into the habit of wearing a sleep mask. Now, if all the lights are off, I don't need it.
Yeah.
But like if I take a nap, or sometimes the light's on still in the bedroom and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep, I always like rolled my eyes at sleep mask, like, I don't need that. It is like life-changing, like just to black out the light, and it helps me fall asleep much more quickly. It's almost every night I wear a sleep mask. It's just such a simple little thing. Like, you can spend thousands on a mattress and you can sleep better, but like a little $10 sleep mask might be just the thing that helps you fall asleep more quickly. Of course, there's a lot of things that you can do to improve your sleep real simply here. There's a ton of tips in Sleep Better book, but like for me, it's like proper breathing. I wear like almost like the nose strips. At the moment, I can't remember what it's called, but I wear a sleep mask as well. And doesn't stay on maybe throughout the entire night, but just to help me fall asleep more quickly, that blackout, it makes a huge difference.
His Spotify age is 82.
Yeah.
82.
Sleep mask and breathe strips.
Yeah,
Thank you, Drew.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drew. Hey, as you get older and you get up in age, these things make a big difference. So you'll find out, Drew, one day. All right. I think we're about wrapped up. Kristin, this was fun. Thank you for being on the show again. Good luck with the rest of the summer concert series at Longs Park. And we're crossing our fingers for great weather and a great turnout for the Arts Festival.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
This is always fun.
Yep. And Drew, thank you for joining again.
I'll be here for the next one. Whenever that may. Well,
Jeff is out of town next week also. So Jeff, I hope you have, if you're listening and watching, I hope you have a great time away and a great vacation. Jeff's doing some camping.
Yep.
Which well deserved, and hope
very much.
He also has great weather and no traffic and all of that. But Drew, maybe you could be back next week again.
Yeah, I'd be open to that.
Yeah, awesome.
For the right incentive.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, 2:00 Monday afternoons, you're listening and watching Lancaster Connects. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.
comments have exploded through the roof. So there you go.